Hi. Yep, it is recording. My name is Dharmendra Rai, and I am Mumbai's first mind map trainer. Welcome back to yet another edition of Odyssey, my journey from being a super successful trainer to becoming a super successful trainer and a super successful author. The title of today's talk is How to Write Immersive Non-Fiction. If you've seen my earlier videos, you know that most books are useless because most authors don't have the slightest clue how to make their books interesting. So I'm going to share 5 tips on how you can make your books interesting. The same thing applies to a talk. The same thing applies to a blog or just about any communication you want to do. Think a little before communicating. If your communication is important, then it needs to be good. It needs to be planned. If your communication is not important, then why bother? I'm also going to use examples from this book, The Invisible Selling Book, written by one of the best authors in the world, Dharmendra Rai. This book is one of the best-selling books on Amazon, and why go far away when I have this book right here? So the first topic is called the Zygarnic Effect. Incidentally, it also happens to be chapter 4 of my book. Use quizzes. Get people excited about something and then leave them hanging. That grabs people's interest in a very, very strong way. That explains why detective stories like that of Sherlock Holmes and Hercule Poirot are so interesting, because the author is leaving a gap in people's minds, and now people can't wait to get to the end of the book to uncover the gap, to find out who the murderer is, to find out how he committed a certain murder, to think about how that answer stacks versus the answer that the reader thought about in his brain. So it's a very, very powerful strategy, the Zygonic effect, or just keep people guessing. I have used that very strongly, very often in this book, The Invisible Selling Book, Behavioral Economics and More. And when I'm explaining this concept, I am showing people the example of the Zygarnic effect. 2 rules for success. Rule number 1, never reveal all you know. Sticks to your brain like Velcro, doesn't it? Here's another one. Heard this bullshit about communication from ignorant trainers? Your words communicate 7%, your tone of voice 38%, and your body language 55%. Yes, it is bullshit. What is the real story? Comment mind map and I'll let you know. This post of mine on LinkedIn attracted over 2,000 comments. To get the answer, go to Google and search for Dharmendra Rai blog, and then within that, search for Mehrabian, Mehrabian. IAN. Now, plenty of people must have done that. They must have Googled the answer. And in doing that, they are utilizing their resources to learn better. So when you ask questions, when you administer quizzes, it literally leads to better learning and better memory. This is not just an opinion of mine. This is a strategy that is backed by the latest credible research on learning and development. Let's move to tip number 2. Use as many pictures as possible. You've heard the completely wrong saying, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Plenty of trainers and authors who are absolutely useless keep using that term. Well, the point is, a picture is not worth 1,000 words. There is research available, and you can find a link to that research in the comment section of this video, which says that a picture is not worth 1,000 words. It is in fact worth 10,000 words. That's how much data can be packed in a picture. So use as many pictures as possible. I am also attaching a link in the comment section to a website where you can download excellent free pictures and paid pictures. I have myself uploaded my own pictures on that website, and it's got a huge number of downloads. So there are plenty of people using my pictures for free in the ads and articles all over the place. So how have I used pictures in my book? So this is a hard copy that I've ordered of my own book on Amazon Print on Demand. To keep the price low, this book is about $800. To keep the price low, other than the cover, everything inside is black and white, including pictures. Now, I would have ideally not liked that because there are several million neurons in the brain which are there to just process color. At the same time, I have another book of mine called The Thin Mind Map book on Amazon Print on Demand, which retails for 4,000 rupees. So I presume this would also retail for 4,000 rupees if all the pictures were in color, and hence I did not let them print this book, at least the insides, in color. So this is the book. This is the picture I've used for the Zygarnic Effect. I think this, for me, represents a curious looking, very cute puppy. The color picture is even better. Here is the color picture on my book in the Kindle edition. So as you can see, it's an absolutely cute, eye-catching, maybe a bit of evil hint in his eyes there. In any case, I just found this picture to be absolutely attractive. So you should use as many pictures as possible. We love pictures. Language has been around only for about 100,000 years, whereas Homo sapiens like us have been on the planet for several millions of years. And during that time, we've ingested color and visuals all around us. So we just love color and visuals. We process visuals 60,000 times, 60,000 times faster than we process words. So that's another reason why you should use as many pictures as possible. Point number 3, use as many videos. For the life of me, I don't understand how so many authors can be so thick-skinned that they just fail to take advantage of this technology called the internet and YouTube. Plenty of them don't even have a YouTube channel. If they have a YouTube channel, it's some crap YouTube channel which has 5 subscribers, which I'm sure are his family members, and 10 useless videos. People are just not devoting enough attention to the YouTube channel, which I believe is a big, big mistake. If you're an author, you should have a very good YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel where I have almost 160,000 views. I have over 1,500 videos uploaded on my YouTube channel, and I take my YouTube channel very, very seriously. And I want to show you how I've used my videos from my YouTube channel in this chapter called the Zygarnic Effect. And not just my YouTube channel, I've just used videos in general. So let me tell you what I have written about the Zygarnic Effect and Steve Jobs. The greatest manifestation of Steve's seriousness about the Zygarnic Effect was in his product launch talks. If you look at the format of these talks, they're all about talking about a problem and then showing how the I whatever solves these problems. So the second he talks about a problem, people are hooked because they're wondering how that problem would be solved, and their minds are racing to see if they can crack it before the answer is revealed. Exempli gratia, the iPhone launch. Throughout the talk, people are incredibly eager to see the iPhone. Steve teases them by saying, I have it right here in my pocket, and then shows it for a split second, making the crowd lust for it even more. Very akin to a striptease artist. I suggest you see Steve's iPod talk and iPhone talk very deeply to observe these points, both links here for your quick reference. So the easy way to go to the first link is to go to Google and to say iPod launch. And for them to go to the iPad launch, they have to go to Google and just say iPad launch. So that's an example of how I have used videos from somebody else's YouTube channel that drives home the point, that makes the subject that I'm talking about more exciting, because everybody loves videos, because videos come with interesting characters, colors, sounds, and lots of special effects. So that's an example there. And I have used my own videos because ultimately there is no book which is a definitive book in today's world. There's always lots of more information that a person can read about the subject that he's read about in a book if he wants to explore further and deeper. So in every chapter, I have a video section. And this video section says, see the invisible selling web series on the Zygarnic Effect by going to Google and saying, Dharmendra Rai invisible selling Zygarnic. So that's my video. He's going to see me talk more about the Zygarnic Effect and some common points about the Zygarnic Effect, which helps us recap as well as going deeper, understanding it better, and memorizing it better. So that was as far as videos were concerned. The fourth point is one of the most underrated things on the planet, whether it's in normal conversation, whether it's in business, and that is the most powerful thing in human nature, which is humor. Humor is absolutely wonderful because humor takes away the drudgery of learning. Plus, humor is a wonderful way to cut through the defenses of the human brain. So humor makes things fun. Things which are fun tend to be more memorable than things that are boring. So I have humor interspersed throughout my book. And one of them is by way of a one-liner at the end of every chapter. So here's the one-liner for the Zygonic chapter at the end of the chapter. Here's the biggest tip for success. On second thoughts, I'll tell you later. The last part is stories. The fifth point is use as many stories as you can. A story can be a real life example, it can be a fictitious story, it just needs to be an interesting story. It can be a story for 10 seconds, it can be a story for 10 minutes. It just has to perform the function of making learning more engaging. So here's a 10-second story that I have in the Zygonic chapter of my book under examples. An excellent way this was done by Burger King was to offer people a mystery burger. Exempli gratia. In France, you could pay €2 and get a plain white box with a question mark on it. It would contain one of the fast food giants' 10 most iconic burger options. This created a huge buzz around the brand. Now, it's just a 10-second story. It just makes things live because most people in the world know Burger King. They're excited by Burger King because they keep on seeing something tasty from Burger King coming along. They keep seeing ads of Burger King. So Burger King is generally associated with fun and enjoyment foods. So that was it. I trust you found the 5 points useful. To ensure that you get future videos, just go to Google and search for Dharmendra Rai YouTube channel and subscribe to ensure that you get it in your inbox. The next video is on second thoughts. I'd rather let you discover that yourself. Thank you for watching and happy mind mapping.